All right, new class for you guys. As always, keeping it fresh. I am going to be showing this workout with the Pilates ball. However, you can use a foam block if you don't have a ball, or you can use nothing and just work through the movements without a tool. Totally fine. So let's get going. We are going to start standing up. We're going to bring our feet nice and wide, okay, wider than our hips. Our toes are going to be forward. We're going to take the ball, if you're using it, in one hand, okay, and just bring your arms down your sides, okay, reach them down, start to ground down through those feet, okay, access those abs, pulling the belly button gently back, and think about lengthening through that back body. Let's inhale the arms up. Nice big inhale. If you're using the ball or block, transfer the prop into the other hand and take the arms down. Do it again. Inhale up. Good. Exhale down. Two more. Really get those lungs filled with air. And down. Last one up. Good. And take the ball out to the side here. Okay. Let's just bring the arms forward. Okay. Transfer the ball and open up here. Good. Forward and up. So really open those shoulders, get some mobility there. Good. And keep that breath moving in and out. Good. Take the ball out to the side. Let's take it behind us. Okay. So reaching behind you, opening up those shoulders. Good. Taking everything from forward to back and up and open. Good. Two more. Two. Last one. Hold here. Let's bring the ball into our chest. Okay. Just squeeze it in or clasp your hands together. Okay. Lengthen up through your back body. Let's rotate from the waistband over to the right. Good. And then exhale through the center. Do it again on the other side. Inhale. Good. Back through center. Good. Let's take that ball up above our head. Okay. Keep the arms glued to the ears, chin to chest. Let's start to roll it down. Okay. Bringing that ball onto the floor, both hands on the ball. If you're using it, forward fold. Okay. So just kind of shake out your head, release your head, neck, shoulders, feel the space and length of the back of the legs. Good. And grab that ball once more. Bend your knees and let's start to roll it on up. Okay. Back to standing. Good. Let's bring the ball, if you're using it, in front of your chest. Press it in with both hands. Send the toes out to the corners of the room. Okay. So you've got an open hip here. Okay. And we're just going to start to plie down and up as you squeeze in. Okay. So access some of those chest muscles, click them on. Good. So down, straight down through that tailbone, straight up through the crown of the head. Down and up. Good. Let's do three more like this, firing up the big thigh muscles. Two. Good. Last one. Okay, we're going to lift the right heel. So just lift it up and take it down and up. Keep the heel lifted for three. Good. And two. Last one. Good. Come on up, switch heels. Other heel lifts and start to take it straight down and up. Good. Really press through the ball of that foot. Good. You've got two more. Last one. Hold it down. Both heels lift here. Okay. So really plug into that ab area. Okay. Let's pulse those hips down for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, one. Heels come down, stand it on up. Good. Let's take the toes forward, heel toe the feet in. Okay. And now you're going to shift your weight onto the right foot as you send the left leg out to the side, but hips are square to knee. Keep squeezing into your chest area. Okay. Soften the right knee. We're just going to lift that left leg up and down. So send it really long out to the side. Okay. Hip is square to me. Okay. For 6 and 5. Good. 4, 3. Nice job. 2 and 1. Okay, we're going to mix it up here. You're going to lift the leg up off the mat. You're going to rotate away from it, okay, with that ball. And then bring the ball back through the center, lower the foot. Do it again. Lift, rotate away from that leg. Good. Back through center and down. It's a really hard one. Squeeze your ball. That'll help you with your stability if you're using it. Good. Back through center and down. Let's do one more. Up and rotate. Good. Back through center and down. Good. Let's switch it on over. So take it to the other side. Okay. So you never want to lock that supporting leg. So soften that knee, squeeze your chest muscles, access those, okay? And let's lift that right leg up and down. Good. Lifting and lowering for 6 and 5. Good. 4, 3, 2, last one. Okay, so bring it down. Now lift that leg up off the mat, rotate away from it to the side. Good. And then back through center, toe tap down. Lift it again up, rotate away, squeeze your ball or block. Good. Back through center and down. Let's do 2 more. Up and rotate. Good. Back through center and down. Last one. Up and over. Good. Last one and bring it down. Good job. Okay, let's come to the end of our mat. We're going to place the ball in between the ankles. Okay, so give it a good squeeze. Make sure it's not in between the feet, but the actual ankles here. Okay, so squeeze the ball and bring the feet closer together. Lengthen up, okay, from the tailbone up through the crown of the head. And let's do a couple of just heel lifts here, up and down. Okay, so firing up the calves before we go down on the mat. Good. Let's do 5 and 4. Good. 3, 2. Last heel lift. Take the heels down. Let's sit back, hands in prayer, and then stand up. Okay, so let's do 4 here. Really get low. This is how we're going to get down onto the mat. 3, keep those heels on the mat. Good. 2, last one, hold it down, hold. Good. Keep the knees bent, hips back. Just reach those hands out in front of you, and let's go into a forward fold. So keep the knees bent and just bow down. Okay, another forward fold here. And just let the blood get to the brain. Good. Open up the back body. Keep that ball nice and cozy in between the ankles. Good. And then let's look at our hands, okay? And let's start to walk them out to the top of a plank, okay? So you can hold your plank right here on your hands. You can also be on your forearms, okay? If you have delicate wrists, squeeze your ball in. Soften the elbows, pull the abs up, hips down, heels back. Your gaze is ahead of you, okay? Not down at the mat, it's a little ahead of you. Good, let's hold it here for a few more seconds. This gets everything fired up for the work ahead. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently bring those knees down. You can release the ball, just bring it to the side. If you can, keep those toes tucked and reach those arms forward, okay, for a nice sexy cat here, and just open up here. Forehead comes to the mat. Good. Breathe. Untuck those toes, send those hips back to the heels, and roll it on up. Well done. Okay, let's keep it moving, guys. We're going to flip over. Okay, you're going to have your knees bent, ankles, knees, and hips all in a row, okay, lined up with each other. You're going to take the ball or block if you're using them and tuck it into your lower back, okay, kind of where your tailbone is. So just get it there so where it's kind of somewhat secure. And again, you don't have to use it anything at all. You can take the arms out to the sides, okay? So really ground, drill down into those sits bones. Drop the shoulders. Let's raise the arms out to the side and then forward. And I want you to pull the abs in, tuck the tail, and roll back onto that ball just to the point where you connect with your ab muscles. You'll feel them. Okay, don't go any further than that. And I just want you to do little pulses back, 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 back. Okay, so we're just warming up the ab area and getting the brain to connect with that part of our body. Okay. Good. So just keep reaching active arms out in front of you. Good. Just pulsing for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep pulsing. Just take your legs long, okay, on the mat. Keep pulsing. Good. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's bend the knees back, okay? Feet on the mat, knees bent. Good. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Roll it up, okay, off that ball. Good. And you just feel like, okay, like I found my abs right there. Okay, this next one, we are going to take the ball underneath our feet, okay? Again, if you're using a block, blocks don't roll, so you can just work the feet through this movement, okay? So if you're using the ball, feet on top of the ball, okay? Knees together, arms out to the side, find your nice long spine, reach the arms out to the side and then forward. And we're just gonna roll back, okay? Legs long, and then roll back up. Okay, so roll back and roll up. So if you're using the ball, you need to press those feet into the ball, okay, to keep control of it so it doesn't go rolling away. Good, and really reach those arms nice and long. For 3, and up. Good, 2, last one, hold. So legs are long, okay, they're either on the ball or on the floor or on the block. Palms are going to face down. You're just going to lift the arms up and down as you pull your abs in, long muscles. Good. For 4 and 3 and 2. Last one. Good. Bring the arms down. We're rolling all the way down onto our spine. Okay, one bone at a time. Keep those heels on the ball. Good. And then let's just snow angel those arms up above our head. Nice big breath. Let's do a good morning stretch here. Open everything up. Good. Exhale the arms down. One more. Inhale up. Good. And then let's bring those hands behind the head. Okay, more ball rolling, okay? If you're not using a ball, you can just walk the feet through this, okay? Also very effective. Elbows are wide, pull the abs in. You're just gonna lift yourself up, look down at your big toes. Good, and then roll yourself back down. Lifting up and rolling down. Good. If you want a classical Pilates style leg, you can open the toes, connect the heels up and down. Let's do 4 more. 4 and 3, lengthening out that spine. 2, as you take it down. Last one, let's bring it up. Okay, now press into the ball as you roll the knees in. Take a bent knee, roll the legs out, head comes down. Do it again. Lift and roll in, roll out, lower the head. Keep going up and roll, back out and down. You've got 2 more. Up, roll it in, back out and down. Last one, up and roll it in, hold here. Let's take our left foot and just put it on top of the ball. The right leg is going to go long to the ceiling. Okay, you're going to lengthen out the left leg on that ball, roll it out. Okay, and then you're going to roll it back in, head comes down. So the right leg just stays reaching for the ceiling. So roll it out, lift up, and roll it in. Good, roll it out and in. Give me 3 here for 3. Good, and 2. Last one. Good, and bring it in. Let's switch legs, okay? So right foot is gonna go on top of that ball. Left leg is gonna reach for the ceiling. Here we go. Roll the right leg out as you lift up and roll it back in. Good, roll it and really focus on your breath here too. You never wanna be holding your breath. That's not gonna do much for you if you don't have oxygen supply with these movements. Good, 2. Good. And last one. Good. Bring the head down, place both feet on top of the ball or block or mat. And I just want you to open your knees out to the sides. Okay. Let them open, kind of like a diamond shape here, and then connect the bottoms of your feet to one another. So you're really press them in. Your knees will kind of go up a little bit. Okay. That means you know your legs are activated. Good. Pull your abs down to the mat and just lift up and down. Good. Lift and lower. Keep those feet pressing into one another. Good. You've got 4, nice and slow. For 3, breathe it out. 2, last one. Good. And bring it down. Okay. Remove your hands from your head. Okay. Keep that ball kind of down there. We're going to place our right foot on top of it. Okay. Knees are bent. Feet are somewhat parallel to each other. You'll have to feel that out. Arms are to the sides, palms open. We're going to do some hip lifts here. Okay, so really press equal weight into those legs. Okay, even though you have one foot on the ball. Pull the abs down. We're going to start to lift the hips up. and down. Okay, so pressing equally into the right foot just as much as the left. Okay, same if you have the block, you're using the block instead. Okay, pressing into it. Okay, and if you have both feet on the mat, then it's definitely evened out. Good. Let's do 2 more of these. So really getting those hips high, accessing those hamstrings in the back of the leg. Good. This next one, hold it up. Okay, so this is a ball move. You're gonna roll, keep the hips high as you roll that ball out with your right foot and then roll it back in. Okay, roll it out and roll it in. If you're not using the ball, you can just walk your right foot out to make the leg long and then walk it back in. Okay, there's always a way to modify. Good, let's do 2 more. Keep those hips super high and even. Good, last one. Breathing, good, roll it in. Okay, and let's hip pulse it up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower everything down. Good. Let's just go straight to the other side. Okay, so shimmy that ball over to the left foot, get it situated on top of that ball. Feet are parallel to one another, knees are straight up. Okay, shoulders are relaxed. Let's start to press those heels up and down. Okay, so equal weight. Really don't be afraid to press into the ball or the block if you're using them. 4 and down. Good. 3 and 2. Breathing. Last one. Hold it up there. Good. Roll that ball out nice and long or walk that foot out and bring it back in. Hips stay high. Roll it out and in. Keep going for 3. Check your hip points. Make sure they're high and even with one another. Good. And last one. Good. And then roll it back in. Good. Okay. Hip pulses up. Okay. So keep those hips high, equal weight through those feet. Let's go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower everything down. Good job. Okay. We're going to take both legs up in the air with the ball. Okay. Or the block or nothing. You're going to reach up. Keep your head on the mat for this one. See if you can grab the ball. Okay. With your hands. Reach it behind you as you take the legs away from you. Good. Bring them back together. Place the ball back or the block between the feet and reach long. Okay. So we're just switching the ball from feet to hands as we work through this oppositional reaching. Okay. So you're really having to pull down through the abs as you lengthen out. Good. Let's do 2 more. We don't do many, so make them good. And last one. Good. Keep all limbs up here, hands on the ball. You're just going to straddle the legs, reach the ball through or the block. Good. And then come back down. Do it again. Make these very controlled. Good. And up. Good for 3. And up. You've got 2. Last one. Good. Bring it here. Let's start to scissor the legs. We're going to lift up, take the ball through the legs for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring everything in. Hug your knees. Bring the head down. Good. And let's just quick little reset here. Bring the feet to the mat and just take the knees side to side. Okay. Just quick little reset here. Good. And we're going to take the legs long and then we're going to roll onto our front side. Okay. So to get you situated here, let's take the ball or block or hand out here. Okay. Into the right hand. And then you've got the left arm reaching out. Also, you've got a comfortable V with your arms. Your left thumb is up like you're shaking someone's hand. Legs are in a nice, comfortable V back there. Toes are untucked. Okay, so don't tuck them under. Your gaze is ahead of you. You're going to pull your belly button off the mat, tuck your tail, and we're just going to lift the right arm, right leg up and down. You're reaching it in opposition. Okay, so it's not how high you go with those legs, it's how long you can reach. Good. For 4, we're not doing a whole lot here. 3. Good. 2. Last one. Hold it up and just take those arms and legs out to the right and back in. So keep it lifted out and in. Good. Pull your abs and really feel your abs stabilize here. Good. 2 more for 2. Last one. Good. Bring it in, bring it down. Take that ball, just reach around your right side if you're using it. A block works here as well, and cinch it behind the knee. Okay. Option to not use a tool at all here. These work also very well that way. Hand on hand, forehead on hands, elbows wide. Left leg is long and grounded. Okay, you're going to squeeze whatever tool you're using there, and you're going to just lift that leg up and down. So it's like the heel is going straight up towards the ceiling. Lift and lower. Lift, lower. Again, it's not very high, okay, but you're really squeezing that ball or block, okay, or nothing at all. Good. And you're lightening the load in your shoulders and your forearms, okay? So nothing going on upstairs. 5 and 4. Good. 3 and 2 and 1. Let's pulse it out for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower it down. Good job. Let's hit the other side, guys. Okay, so ball into left hand, reach it nice and long, untuck the toes, take the legs nice and long, reach the right arm out in front of you with a handshake style hand, pull the abs in, tuck the tail, look a little bit ahead of you, okay? And let's start to lift left arm, left leg, up and down. Reaching, okay, in opposite directions. This is going to help align your spine and lengthen your body. Good. You've got 5 and 4 and 3. Good. 2. Hold this next one up. Hold. Take it out to the left and back in. Out and in. Keep it lifted for 4 and 3. 2. Last one. Good. Bring it in. Lower it down. Good. Reach that ball down your left side. Okay. Bend the left knee and let's bring that prop. Cinch it behind the knee. Okay. Or don't use anything at all. Hand on hand, forehead down on hands. Good. So flex that foot. It helps. Squeeze your prop. Lengthen out your right leg. We're going to start to lift that heel up and down. So you're lifting from the glute muscle, the hamstring, and the hip joint up and down. Good. You've got 6 here. High quality ones. 5. Lighten your shoulders and your arms. Good. For 3 and 2. Last one like this. Now we just pulse it up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Good. Grab your ball. Bring it to the side. Let's bring both feet into the air. Just quick little windshield wiper motion side to side for a quick reset. Good. And then take the feet to one side and let's roll ourselves on up. Okay. Moving right along. Okay. We are going to take our legs into a staggered position. Okay. You can just place your ball to the side. We don't need it right away, but you will need to grab it or block. Okay. So just stagger your legs, bring your hands to either side of you, tent the fingers. Okay. And start to just find that nice length in your spine. Nice big inhale, exhale here. Okay, you're going to rotate away from your feet, okay? And then rotate up through the spine, nice long neck, long open chest here. We're going to walk ourselves down onto our forearms, okay? So really get equal weight down through those forearms. Elbows are underneath the shoulders. Send the top leg back nice and long, okay? So that big toe is kind of connecting with the mat or the floor. Pull up through your shoulders, pull your abs in. We're going to start to lift that leg up and down. Lift and lower. Good. For 6, really lengthen that leg. 5 and 4 and 3. Good. 2, 1. Hold it up there. Same arm of that leg that's lifted. Reach it out. Okay. So reach in opposite directions here. Bend the knee in, bend the elbow in, connect, and then take it long. Good. For 4 and lengthen. Good. 3 and lengthen. Good. 2. Last one. Good. Nice. Okay. Bring it in, and then let's kind of adjust ourselves to face one another, if you will. And we're going to take our prop, if you're using one, okay, you're going to bring it back behind that top knee. Okay, and then you're going to place that leg on top of the bottom leg. Pull up out of your shoulder, abs are in, ribs are lifted. Okay, hand on waist is fine. You're going to open and close. Open and close. Good. Open and close. For 4 and 3. Good. 2. Last one. Hold it up. Let's bring the knee closer to our chest and then send it back behind our hip if we can. Okay, so it's a forward back motion. Okay, so no up and down, just forward and back, squeezing that ball. Good. And let's do one more. Good. And then hold that knee back there. Lower it here and lift. Lower and lift. So my knee and my ankle and foot hit the mat at the same time, okay? So there's no weird hip rotation here. Good. For 4 and 3. Good. 2. Hold this one up. Hold. Big hip circles. Just take that leg around. Squeeze your ball as you go for 3 and 2 and 1. Reverse it for 4 and 3. Good. 2 and 1. Let's open that hip, ground down through that foot. Keep the ball where it is. Lengthen out the other leg to the corner of your mat. Okay, let's reach the top arm up, flex the foot on the front leg, and just lift and lower. Lift and lower. For 6, press down through the back foot. 5 and 4. Good. 3, 2, 1. Let's take that leg in big hula hoop circles for 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Reverse it for 4 and 3, for 2 and 1. Bring it down. Good job. Okay, pull yourself up. Shake it out for a second. Let's flip sides. Okay, so just stagger the legs to the other side. Okay, place your ball somewhere where you can grab it at some point. Okay, and with your legs to the side, just kind of find your center here. Try to ground down through those sits bones. Okay, lengthen up through the back body, lower the shoulders, hands on either side of you. Start here. On an inhale, good. We're going to rotate over away from our feet. Okay, and exhale here. Good. And then you're going to walk yourself down onto your forearms. Okay, and then you're going to send that top leg back behind you with the big toe just kind of resting on the mat. Okay, make sure your shoulders, your elbows are in line with your shoulders. Pull up. Okay, abs are on, and start to lift that top leg up and down. Good. Lift and lower. Okay, lift and lower. It is a very long, strong leg that you're working with. 5 and 4. Good. 3 and 2. Hold this next one up. Hold. Okay, the arm on that same side, reach it forward. Okay, and then you're going to bend the knee in, bring the elbow in and hand, and then reach back out. Good. For 4. Lengthen out. Good. 3. Breathe. 2. Last one. Good. Now bring it all in. Okay. Grab that ball, okay, or prop and bring it behind your knee. Okay. And let's kind of face each other, face forward, and bring that leg down onto the bottom leg. Okay. Cinch that ball. Make sure it's there. It's nice and secure. You have to squeeze it. We're going to lift up and place it back down. Lift and down. Good. Up and down. Let's do 4. Really connect at the top. Okay. Find a connection. Good. For 3. For 2. Last one. Good. Hold it up. Let's just bring the knee in towards the chest. Okay. And then send it back. Okay. So it's a front back motion, not an up and down motion. So forward and back. 2 more. Forward, lifting up out of the shoulder. Okay. Do a little check. Good. Last one. Good. And bring that leg back here. Okay. And you're just going to lower and lift back here. Lower and lift. So the knee, the ankle are placed down at the same time. and up. For 4, lift. 3, lift. 2, lift. Last one, hold it up. Big hip circles here. Here we go. Around. Good. For 3 and 2 and 1. Reverse for 4 and 3. Good. 2 and 1. Good job. Open the hip, ground down through that foot with the ball. Lengthen out the other leg to the corner of your mat. Reach this top arm up, flex the foot in front, and let's lift up and down. Up and down. Good. For 5, get it high. 4, 3, 2, hold it up. Hold here. Hula hoop size circles. Big circles. Ground down through that back foot for 3 and 2 and 1. Reverse it for 4 and 3. Good. 2 and last one. Bring it down. Good job. Okay, release the ball. We've got one more thing here. Okay, we're going to do our series of 5. So I want you to roll down onto your spine once more. Okay, bring your legs into your chest. Okay, grab one knee cap with each hand and just take the knees in outward circles. Okay, it's called stirring the pot. So just kind of open up the hips here, relax them. Good. Couple more times. And then reverse it. Take the knees inward, okay, in circles, around and around. Good. 2 more. 2. Good. Nice job. Bring the knees into the chest. Okay. Now you can keep your head down or you can bow it up like this, but pick one or the other. Okay. The left leg is going to go long. You're going to pull the right knee into your chest from the ankle. Okay. Don't pull from the knee. Elbows wide. Shoulder blades up off the mat. Pulse here for 2, 1, switch. 2, 1, switch legs. 2, 1, switch. 2, 1, switch. You have 3 more of these. For 2, you're going to hold this one here. The leg that's in your chest, you're going to take it nice and long. As you lengthen out the other leg, you're going to pull it towards you. Pulse here for 2, 1, switch legs. 2, 1, switch. 2, 1, switch. For 3 and 2. Good. Hold the legs here. Hands go behind the head. Okay. Press your head into your hands. Reach over that top leg. Look down your hip. Good. Pulse here for 2, 1. Scissor the legs. Switch to the other side. 2, 1. Switch. 2, 1. Switch. 2, 1. Switch. You have 3 and 2. Good. Last one. Good. Stay lifted. Bring the legs up over the hips. Open the toes. Connect the heels. Option to keep your head on the mat though. Take both legs away from you as one unit and then back up over the hips. For 3 and up. Now there should be no arch in your back here. 2. Okay, so don't go down if you have an arch forming. Last one. Hold the legs out here. Reach the arms behind your head. Swim the arms around. Bend the knees in. Give yourself a hug. Do it again. Arms and legs go long. Swim around, bend the knees in, hug. 3 more of these. Reach and in. Good. 2 and in. Last one and in. Lower your head down and release. Awesome job. Okay. Let's take the hands behind the knees. Let's start to roll like a ball up to seated. Good. Massaging the spine, roll it on up. Let's flip over, okay? And we'll come into a tabletop position. Hands are underneath the shoulders, knees are underneath the hips. Okay, let's do a quick little cat-cow to get our spine all nice and juicy before we end the class. So inhale, and then take your gaze up towards the ceiling, belly button down. Opening up the neck, the thyroid. Good. Exhale. Okay, pull the belly button in, look down at your navel, open up the shoulder blades. Good. Do it again. Inhale, look up. And exhale, reverse it. Good. Neutralize the spine. Let's tuck those toes under, send the hips up. Good. And let's start to walk the hands back to the feet. Quick little forward fold here. So really release the head, neck, shoulders. You can shake out the head very gently. Soft knees here. Just quick little release. Good, and then bend the knees, sit back in that imaginary chair, press those feet into the mat and start to pull the abs in as you roll up your spine, okay? Stacking those bones up, being very intentional. Good, and then come on up and then roll the shoulders up and back. Good. Final thing here, let's separate the feet, okay? Toes wide, reach the arms out to the sides. Good, and just start to shift the rib cage side to side. Okay, just opening up anything. Got into a lot of nice little areas today. Good, and then center yourself. Let's bring the arms down and do one big inhale up. Good, exhale down, and one more for good measure. Inhale up, and exhale it down. Fabulous job, my friends. So good. I hope you feel amazing, and I will see you next time.